Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Marianne Premack. I'm very excited to be with you today. Happy orientation and welcome to Beacon College. I teach the career development courses along with my colleagues, and I'm coming to you today to share a little bit about how we want to structure the learning environment when we're together in our career development courses. This term, I'm going to be teaching learning essentials and career planning. We'll be hearing a little bit more about those courses in a bit from my colleagues. But I am here to talk to you about how we want to be together in the learning environment. So kind of setting us up for success. And then I'm going to take us through a few movements to get our bodies, minds, and hearts ready to be invested in this work together. So if you could find a comfortable place to sit, and in a safe place where you feel like you can be able to move your body. You might want to get about the space so that you can raise your arms and not touch anyone. You should probably be in that situation anyways with social distancing. So we're going to do a little bit of chair yoga after I take you through this one slide where I talk to you about how we're going to be in this work together. So the first thing we want to do is commit to engaging and doing the work. So we want to come to class prepared to engage. Not all of our days will be great ones, and some of us will be accessing the learning environment online where others of us will be face-to-face, and some of us will do some trading off with those. So whatever space we're coming to be in the learning environment, however we're accessing the learning environment, we want to come to that learning environment prepared to engage. We want to respect confidentiality in the work that we're doing in these classes. That means if someone is telling a story, it's their story, it belongs to them. There may be situations where you're posting things online, and we all want to keep respect for each other and keep confidentiality within the class and with that relationship you might have with your instructor where you might be sharing some things, because this class, especially in the learning essentials and in other courses that are earlier on in the career development set, they will be asking you to dig deep and reflect on some emotional things that could be troubling. It's not all just rainbows and ponies. We have to dig deep and do some understanding of where we're coming from to get where we want to go, and that includes being vulnerable. And when we're vulnerable with each other, we want to respect that vulnerability and maintain that confidentiality. When we come to this environment, we want to be compassionate and kind. We want to avoid judging others. So as we develop a relationship with one another, we want to avoid judging as we begin to dig deep and become vulnerable, because that will set us up for not the best environment for feeling safe if we're turning to judgment. So we want to use that compassion and kindness towards each other, and understanding that many of us are struggling in this current environment. Many of us are experiencing anxiety, and we are in this together. So that's part of the reason why I'm going to be giving you a little brief yoga practice, a chair yoga practice, once I finish going through this slide, because a lot of us are holding a lot of tension in our minds and our hearts and our bodies. We want to try to set that aside in the ways that we can when we come together to do this work. We want to try to use I language that speaks to your personal experience, and know that your personal experience is your own, and that someone else may not experience things, likely does not experience things the same way you do. There may be some commonality and some threads that we can all connect to, but at the end of the day, each person is having their very own personal experience. So allow somebody to share in a way that is individual for them, and we should allow everyone to using those I statements so that we're representing our own feelings and not necessarily projecting our feelings on others. We want to come to this work and this time together in this learning environment, assuming that everyone, including you, is doing the best that you can with what you have and where you're from. So not everyone is the same, not everyone is resourced in the same ways, and that can change from day to day. Somebody's maybe more resourced, more energetic on one day, and have less resource and less energy on the next, or things that may be strengths for you are areas of growth and development for others, and vice versa. So we want to come into the learning environment using that assumption that we're doing the best that we can. And you really want to, do the best that you can in this learning environment. And your instructors will be able to tell as they get to know you if you're doing the best you can, and we all encourage you to do that. And to know that everyone has limits, and as long as you're doing the best you can, that will be apparent and that will be appreciated. And then the last one I have on my slide here is the next moment is a new moment and a new opportunity for a new choice. So we are not perfect beings. Your instructors, myself, and everyone here at Beacon, we do at times make mistakes. We're coming to the learning environment trying to do our best, but everybody has times where they feel challenged, tired, under-resourced in whatever kind of ways, and may make a decision that we regret. And we need to adapt and adopt a growth mindset where we can learn from our mistakes and move forward, and we can say we're sorry and address, we got the living environment out here kind of getting in the way of the videos. Sorry about that. We want to address that moment where we need to acknowledge that we were wrong and accept personal responsibility, and then move forward and not become kind of in some kind of negative thought train or downward spiral, thinking that we're not good enough. Everyone is here in college to grow. We at Beacon embrace the idea of lifelong learning. So as instructors, even though we are here as the teachers and the facilitators, we are not perfect, and we are still embracing that lifelong learning. So we want to all be in this together and realize that we can grow. We're here to have those learning experiences, and we're hoping to create the best learning environment we can as a community. So I'm going to go ahead and change to so you can see the full screen. I'm still new at using Zoom, so I'm going to press stop share here and hope that that works. That's what I'm trying to do, is so that you can see better when I sit down to do the chair yoga. All right, so it looks like we got full screen, and you can see I'm on my back porch here, representing Beacon College. And so this is the time in which you can transition to a place where you might be comfortable to move around in a seated, like on a chair, a stool. You could, wherever you're at with things, try to find a place where you can come to a little bit of movement. We're going to try to come to a little bit of relaxation briefly. So I'm going to sit on my stool and just come to a comfortable seated position here, your feet flat on the floor. If your feet don't quite reach, you can always use something under your feet so that you feel grounded in the environment. So let's go ahead and check in with the breath here. Just acknowledging where we're at. Probably going through a lot of change right now. A lot of things are new and different. So let's breathe into that and lean into that. Taking a deep breath, trying to fill the belly up, and then exhaling through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose, deep breath, and exhaling through the mouth. All of this can be done with a mask on. I'm not wearing one because I'm at my house. Inhale again through the nose, and exhale through the mouth. So we're going to reach the left arm up, shoulder blade coming down the back, and we're just gonna take a lean. And then bring that left arm down, right arm comes up, and we lean the other way. Good. All right, now we're gonna take both hands overhead and bring them down with an exhale. Raise the arms, inhale. Gather up all that energy and let anything go you need to with an exhale. One more time, gather up all that. Sealing in everything positive that you need and exhaling, let it go, letting go of everything you don't. All right, we're gonna take a simple twist here. If it's a good practice for your body today, you know your body, you're the expert, but we're gonna take a little twist, placing the right hand on the left knee or right above it. And then the left hand comes behind, around maybe up towards the base of the spine, and do a little twist here, looking behind you. Good, and then we're gonna do the same thing going the other direction. So left hand on top of the thigh, right above the right knee, and the right hand comes behind you at the base of the spine. Straighten that spine and do a gentle twist here. Good. Coming back to center, go ahead and roll the shoulder blades back. Hopefully this is helping you to feel good and maybe giving you a little bit of stress reduction. We're gonna roll those shoulders the other way. These are, you know, study breaks, body breaks that you can do in between classes or even during class, as long as you're, you know, being appropriate in your surroundings. There's times where you can take, you know, move your body to get your mind stimulated and get your heart and mind back in the right place. From here, we're gonna reach the hands out and kind of like we're got a big ball that we're hugging in front of us. We're gonna bring the belly button in towards the spine and curve the back, sinking back slightly. And then we're gonna open up as if we're releasing that ball. Maybe it's a stress ball, letting it go, opening the chest, arching the back. And let's try that again. Bringing the arms around the ball, curving the spine, belly button in, hugging in towards the center, and then releasing. And you can do this timed with your breath as well. So this would be the exhale, bringing that ball in, sealing in everything you want to keep with you, hugging in all the people and things you care about, and then exhaling, letting go anything you don't need that isn't serving you in this moment. All right, so that was my brief take on what you can do to create the learning environment that we'd like to have together as a community in the career education and career development courses. I'm going to hand it off to my colleague, and I very much look forward to seeing you all on campus in my classes. And please let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you've enjoyed it. And I'm going to transition here, so thanks so much. Have a good rest of the day.